First pitch coming your way next. So just about set. And our pitcher in this game, Carlos Rodon. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And there's one away.
Batting second, the third baseman.
And now it's Mark Vientos. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And strike two.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And he dodges that fastball.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
Rodon ready. Here comes.
Ball.
That one missed.
Full count.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. The fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
2 outs. Hit in the air, right field. Stanton makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back at Yankee Stadium. And on the hill in this one, Jose Quintana. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Alvarez hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Gleyber.
Here is Gleyber Torres. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
And that's in for a strike.
1-1.
That's in there. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering is fouled back. 1 down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And he deals. Fouled off the plate, they'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And that drops foul.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Caught him looking for the K.
frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. First offering misses the mark. There's a swing and a miss.
One ball.
Man, he
one
really
strike.
sells the changeup with that arm action.
One-two, bottom of the first. The pitch. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. We played an inning, no score. Back now in the Bronx, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Rodon back to work. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
1-0.
Swing and a miss.
1-1.
And the count 1-1.
Clearly all in on the fastball right there, but it was a changeup. Bottom just fell out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Tommy Pham. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
No score here in the second. Fouled off. He was late. Pitch misses there. 2 balls and a strike. And now 2-2.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 2-2.
Ball.
And that's outside.
Full count.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Bader sizing it up. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Jeff McNeil in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
In for a strike. 0-2.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Rodon ready. The 0-2 on the way. Line drive. Base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Mark Canha. And that's in there for strike 1. That one missing inside. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one is inside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Rodon sets and deals. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Mets leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back at Yankee Stadium, Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate.
The first baseman.
Now, we all know about Anthony Rizzo's skill set on the field. Multiple times at All-Star. Multiple times he's won the Gold Glove. He even won the National League Platinum Glove. But also a guy who won the 2017 Roberto Clemente Award for his work off the field. And a foul ball. And a pitch.
Ball.
And that one wrapped foul.
Well, just all around the kind of player that you want to have right in the middle of your lineup. He's a leader, and he leads by example. Doesn't seem to be one that talks a whole lot, but his actions are what does the talking for him.
Two now. And a curve misses outside. And he walked
That's a
him.
ball. Take your base.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. In there for strike
No
one.
balls, 1 strike.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And now Bader up to the plate. Good contact guy, good defender. And there's a ball. The pitch. That one fouled off. Rizzo leads off first with one away. That one off the mark. 2-1.
2-1.
At the belt and fires. Strike two.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Now all even up. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head on now to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. On to the third inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. The wind of the pitch. Way inside, gets out of the way. Next offering is in for a strike. Now a check swing, but he held up.
Almost got him to commit, but he held back.
The wind and the pitch. And there's a foul ball. 2-2 now. The punch out there, and that's the first out.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And here is Danny Mendick. Way outside, and that's ball 2.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
Next offering misses, and it's 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
There's a strike. And there's ball 4.
Go to first.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So the lineup flips over, and now the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. He's 0 for 1. Nimmo hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. Rodon fires. Runner on the go. Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
That one finds the corner, and it's a ball and a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Line drive. Bader pulls it down. Runner tagging from third. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball, just couldn't get it to drop in.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Flied to right his first time. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And he flips a breaking ball in there, or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it, whatever it was. Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Next offering is down low.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Look out.
Dead ball.
That fastball drilled him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Well, that one might sting for a bit, but it helps the team and it boosts the OBP boog. Sometimes that trade-off is worth it, but sometimes it's not.
Alonso up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. Check swing. Did he go? No. That one missed. Now 3-0.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Nimmo, the lead runner at second. Lindor at first, 2 out of the inning, and that's ball 4.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So now here's the DH, Tommy Pham. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Clips the corner, and the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
0-2 now.
Ball 1.
Higashioka has this one sized up. That is the inning. So they get 1 but end up leaving the bases loaded. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mets 1 and the Yankees nothing. Back here in New York, set for the bottom of the 3rd, and stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
Quintana back to work. And that's in the dirt. And there's a strike.
Let's go Yankees.
And here it comes. Goes down looking.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. Sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Canna drifts towards it. Makes the grab. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting 9th, the second baseman,
Oswald Peraza, the next to hit. That one's in there, 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That one pushed foul. The next offering misses, and the count is 1-2. And that's down and away. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And that ends the inning. So the Yanks go in order. They still trail 1-0. Back for more from the Bronx. And now here's Jeff McNeil. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. The why to kick the pitch. Way high with that one. And that's ball one.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Rips one to right and foul ball. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. On the ground, and that one handled. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Now batting, the left fielder, Mark Canha.
Mark Canha now at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Short hop liner, handled it short. Throw on to Rizzo. Two quick outs here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, catcher, Francisco.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that one lifted in the air center field. Bader grabs it on the run. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they're on top 1-0. Bottom of the fourth, here's the left fielder, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. And a ball evens the count.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Swing and a base hit. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Here's Gleyber Torres, caught looking his first time up. That misses the zone, and that is ball one.
No strike.
And he pumps it a strike. The 1-1. High fly ball down the left field line. Back there. And gone! Gleyber Torres goes yard. Just like that, they move in front. It's 2-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Off the mark there. Ball one.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And the 1-0.
Ball two.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
2-0.
Huh.
And that one fouled off. And a base hit up the middle.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
And here is Anthony Rizzo. He reached out a walk his first time. And there he goes. Swing and a miss.
No ball.
Throw, and they got him.
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference between being safe and out.
And the lefty with the 0-1. That clips the corner. And ball one.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
In the air, left side, and there's a hit.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. I don't know how he was able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Here's DJ LeMahieu. Rizzo, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Oh, and 2 as he waves at that one.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And misses inside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a ball and 2 strikes. That's inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there.
Full count.
Three-two. And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So first and second with one man gone. And stepping in for the Yankees, Harrison Bader. Pitch
Ball.
misses inside. 1-0.
1-0.
Kicks and deals. And that one
No.
off the outside edge.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Line drive caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Anthony.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Look out!
ball. That
And it
hit
hit him.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh no moment for the pitcher when he's lost
Now
control of his pitch, and most of the time it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
Higashioka in the box now. Takes strike one. Bases loaded. 2 down. Next pitch
1-1.
way upstairs. Swing and a miss as he was out
Two
front.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And a pitch. And that just misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Two outs. Bases are full. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take,
Full
especially with
count.
2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. It's gone. Grand slam. He'll touch them all. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 6-1.
Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. In there, and it's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. And that is cut on and
No
missed.
balls.
And
Two
the count is 0-2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next
Ball.
pitch inside, and the count 1-2. That one
2-2.
missed. Struck him out looking. A controversial called strike 3 to end the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back in the Bronx, ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Danny Mendez.
Danny Mendez.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Luis Severino getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Hamilton getting cranked up as well. Here comes a pitch. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it on his own, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo, singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Third baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
The 1-0. Pop foul out of play off to the right. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Next offering away upstairs. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. In the dirt. They got Shioka to first. Out number 3. Carlos Carrasco on to pitch out of the pen here.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate.
For the Yankees, the left fielder, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
The pitch. Liner caught at second here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and they have this new ballpark that is absolutely gorgeous, but there's still some of that old school feel to it. And that one fouled off.
Yeah, you have to connect the past with the present, and they did a really nice job of the Monument Park out there where you can go and walk through and see the legends. This is New York, and it is the greatest city, I would say, in the country, if not the world. So you expect them to build a ballpark that's going to be incredibly rich in that tradition.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's out number 2. Here's Stanton now. What about as a left-handed hitter and how short that porch is in right field? Were you ever tempted to just try and think in terms of leaning on something as a left-handed hitter and just trying to yank it over the right field wall?
I don't think I needed to be tempted to do that. I think that's all I was, trying to do because I didn't have a whole lot of power.
Next pitch misses inside, and it's 2-0.
You have to try to stay within your approach, but you do know that, hey, if you pull something, there's a good chance of it getting out.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
One thing for me over the years, watching how right-handed hitters have tailored and changed their swing so that they could take advantage of the dimensions in right.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first, and he held up. Righty delivers. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Back here at the ballpark, start of the sixth, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Francisco Lindor. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. There's the strike. The wind of the pitch. Pulls that one foul. The 0-2. That's down and in. On the ground, right side. Peraza fires over to first. Lindor retired.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Next pitch inside, and now 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
And that's in for a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there. I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2-2 on the way. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a pitch. And it's filled up.
Count.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a ball popped up. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often. But right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Carlos Rodon is done in this one. And he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back. New pitcher for the Yankees, Luis Severino.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Tommy Pham up now for the Mets. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Luis Severino, when healthy, he is one of the top pitchers in the American League. When he's going good, he's getting ahead in the count. I love that his mechanics are very simple, very repeatable delivery.
Severino kicks, deals. That's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Alonso, the runner at second with one away. That one is absolutely belted back there. And that one is out of here. A two-run homer, home run number 10 on the year. It's 6-3.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Jeff McNeil stands in. First offering, and it just misses. Severino, in his 7th season, he features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a cutter, and he works in a two-seamer. Severino. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. A left-hander appears to be getting ready. Still only one out here in the inning. Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Good eye right there. Left-hand batter waits. 3-2 now.
Full count.
In the air, left field. Connor Falefa going back on this one. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Now the left fielder, Mark Canha. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
Out in front and foul to the left side. High fly ball out to center field. Bader should have it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. It's now 6-3. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the 6th. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Anthony Rizzo. The pitch. In the air, foul off first. Alonso settles under it and makes the catch. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Foul ball.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
The 1-1. And a big swing and a miss. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
And down on strikes he goes. And now 2 gone.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Harrison Bader stepping in now for the Yankees. Righty to the plate.
1-1.
Hit hard. That gets through.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. And a foul ball. Carrasco will move to first.
Yep,
Bader dives back. And the 0-1.
1-1.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball one. The pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. Bader leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And he grounds one back up the middle, gets to it and knocks it down.
Up next for the Yankees.
I think he got a little casual on that play and took it for granted a little bit. So maybe just as much of a mental mistake as a physical one. And with 2 outs, that's a tough one to swallow for the entire defense.
Kyle Higashioka stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered in this game. Out to short. Fires across the diamond. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Yanks strand a pair as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Back in New York, top of inning number 7, stepping in, Francisco Alvarez. The Mets in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and fires. You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. This to third. LeMahieu gets it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter number 15, second baseman
Danny Mendick will hit next.
Mendick.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Now the 0-1. In the air, right field. That one gets down for a hit.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's the Mets leadoff man, Brandon Nimmo. And that's in there for strike 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The 0-1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And takes low for ball 1. And that's a little bit high.
It's a good take.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not. Now let's see if they can string something together, make it a little more interesting.
And now Mark Vientos. And the first offering is not close.
Shut him down right here.
Just off the inside edge.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
2 on, 1 out.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
2 and 1 now. Severino. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to first. Could be 2. Fired to second. Back to first. Double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 base hits. No errors, and 1 man left. 7th inning stretch time. Yankees 6 and the Mets 3. David Robertson takes over on the mound.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Here's the second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
The second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
And he deals. Misses off the inside, and that's ball 1. Swings through that.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball to strike. The pitch.
Ball,
And that
that's
one
too low.
cutting but missing down low. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Now 1 away.
Tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base pass, it could take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
Connor Falefa, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
No
action in the pen down there. Drew Smith up and throwing. The pitch.
Hey.
That one hit to right. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Glaber
Here comes Glaber Torres.
Torres.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
One more time, baby.
First
Ball
pitch just
inside.
misses. Just
Ball
missed.
inside.
Next offering is in for a strike. And the right-hander deals. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Down in order go the Yankees, but they still lead it 6-3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Tommy Canely. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 41, Tommy Canely.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
Leading off for the Mets.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
No.
First offering misses the mark. Activity in the bullpen. Clay Holmes getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Right-handed reliever. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. The pitch.
2-1.
Misses
No,
inside.
inside.
3 balls and a strike. Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. And down on strikes. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Here's the 0-1. That
Ball.
one missing inside.
1-1.
Swinging a bouncer. Slings to first.
You're out.
2 up, 2 down here in the top of the eighth.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tommy
Pham up now for the Mets. First pitch
Ball.
doesn't find the zone. And the slider catches the zone. One now. And a foul ball.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
The 1-2. And he can't come up with it. But in time, nice job to stay with it to end the inning. Mets go down quickly, and they're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Drew Smith.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
The right fielder.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton.
Stanton.
The pitch. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
Next offering misses. 1-1. There's a strike. Can't glove it cleanly. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Now batting, first baseman.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and it might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
Man at first, Anthony Rizzo stepping in now for the Yankees. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
That's a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. Lindor, that's 1. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. He goes down looking. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. Through 8 full, Yankees 6 and the Mets 3. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Clay Holmes.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Now it's the right fielder, Jeff McNeil. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And the pitch.
High.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Kicks and deals. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Now fly ball to right center. Bader should have it. 1 down.
The batter, the left fielder,
Mark Canha up now for the Mets. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Holmes, a 6'5" righty. He features a sinker, a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a two-seamer. This ball's chopped on the ground. On to first.
Out.
Now only one out remaining.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco.
So they're down to their final out.
Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. There's a strike. And now one strike away.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Foul ball still 0-2. Down to their final strike. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Here's the 0-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next offering in the dirt. And the count's even at 2. Way high.
Look out.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, he can hit a home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it pays off here.
Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Right-hander kicks, deals. There's a strike. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1.
Ball 3.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
(3-1) now. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.